All right. Hi, everybody. We are doing this sample video for you today. So those of you that attend the Minnesota PTA convention this year, the first time that we're doing virtual, have an idea of how our business meeting will run. So at the business meeting, we are going to have 4 bylaws amendments in front of the group. We are going to do an example or a practice of an amendment today to show you how it works. Obviously, this is not an amendment that will actually be in front of the organization, and you'll see why. But it's just a chance for you to get to see how the process works. All right. Okay, here we go. Welcome to the business meeting of Minnesota PTA. My name is Heather Sparklingwater, and I am the president of this organization. Let me begin with a quick review of the rules. During virtual convention, participants will have their microphones muted. Questions and comments will be monitored through the chat function and will be only visible to hosts, co-hosts, and chat monitors. Motions will be discussed verbally. Delegates wishing to speak must provide a name, PTA unit, and city in the chat function, and if they are for, against, or seeking information on the motion. Chat monitors will notify the chair when a delegate wishes to speak, and the chair shall recognize delegates for and against a motion in alteration order. Delegates may speak only after being recognized by the chair and will be unmuted. Now, just so you know, in the actual PTA convention, all of these rules will be written down into the program and on slides, and so you won't have to memorize all of this. It'll be well shown for you. And then in our example, Carla is going to be the chat monitor. So you'll see how her role works throughout this process. Are there any questions? Seeing none, starting on page 9 of the program, you will find information about the proposed bylaws amendments. There will be one motion today. The chair recognizes Christine Javashat, bylaws chair, for the first motion.
Madam President, I move to amend the Minnesota PTSA bylaws to state that we will only use Coca-Cola products in our organization.
Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Thank you. There is a motion and a second to amend the Minnesota PTA bylaws to state we will only use Coca-Cola products in our organization. Christine, would you like to speak to your motion?
Yes, currently we have no provision on what beverage company we use. Many members argue about what beverages are best.
Thank you. Is there any discussion or questions?
Madam President, we have a point of inquiry from Ginny Tonic, Surdic PTA, Minneapolis.
Thank you. The chair recognizes Ginny Tonic. You are unmuted.
Thank you, Madam President. Are we only discussing non-alcoholic beverages in this motion? Because I have strong feelings about all kinds of beverages.
The chair recognizes bylaw chair Christine Javashat.
Yes, we are only discussing non-alcoholic beverages in this amendment.
Thank you.
Madam President, Sunny D, Harvest PTA, Stillwater, would like to offer an amendment to the motion.
The chair recognizes Sunny D. You are unmuted.
Thank you. I would like to amend the motion to read, we will only use Coca-Cola products and their subsidiaries in our organization.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I second this motion.
Thank you. There is a motion and a second to amend the original motion to add and their subsidiaries after Coca-Cola. Sunny, would you like to speak to your motion?
Yes, it will be too restrictive if our bylaws were to only state Coca-Cola products. Adding the subsidiaries allows us to use any products under the Coca-Cola brand umbrella like Dasani water.
Thank you. Is there any discussion or any questions? Okay, hearing none, we will now vote on the amendment via the poll. Delegates, please vote yes or no to add the words "and subsidiaries" to the original motion. This motion requires a majority vote. Please vote now. Okay, our poll is complete. 83% voted yes, 17% voted no, so the motion passes. The amendment now reads, the Minnesota PTA will only use Coca-Cola products and their subsidiaries in our organization. Is there any discussion or questions?
Madam President, Dr. Cherry Pepper Minnesota PTA Cold Spring would like to speak against the motion.
The chair recognizes Delegate Pepper. You are unmuted.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise in opposition to this motion. Companies like Coca-Cola are taking over the world, and we should support small, local beverage providers like Potable Tasty Apothecary.
Thank you. Would anyone like to speak in favor of the amendment?
Madam President, Pete K. Cup, Caribou PTA Starbuck would like to speak for the motion.
Thank you. The chair recognizes Mr. Cup. You are unmuted.
Madam Chair, I support the amendment on the grounds that it will make meeting and event planning so much easier if this is stated in the bylaws.
Thank you. Chat monitor, are there any other delegates that wish to speak?
There are none.
All right, thank you. There is a motion and a second to amend the Minnesota PTA bylaws to state the Minnesota PTA will only use Coca-Cola products and their subsidiaries in our organization. Because this is a change to our state bylaws, it does require approval from 2/3 of the voting members present. We will now vote on the amendment via the poll. Delegates, please vote aye or nay via the poll feature. Everyone, so we have 100% of the membership has voted to approve the amendment, so the motion passes. Thank you for joining us today. We hope that this gave you a little bit of an insight into how amendments are going to be discussed and voted on at the Minnesota PTA Convention. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us at the mnpta@mnpta.org email address, and someone will answer your questions shortly. See you next week. Bye-bye.